Again, creating space. As you exhale, letting go. Put a pause on the mind chatter. Allow yourself to be fully present in each moment as we experience it today. Not thinking about past moments or future moments, but just taking each moment for what it is. Taking a moment of gratitude for your ability to move your body and for the option and choice to dedicate this part of your day to self-care. So whether that self-care for you is more about the physical movement of your body or whether it's just about taking time to move mindfully, whatever it is, just a moment of gratitude for that. And then start to shift the breath low into the belly. So inhaling and exhaling into around your navel center region. Feeling the belly expand as you inhale, then gently retract as you exhale. And we're going to work on a 1-to-2 ratio of inhale to exhale today. So this you have choices for. Think about inhaling anywhere from 2 to 4 counts through your nose. And as you exhale, double that. So if you chose 3 counts in, you're going to exhale for 6 counts. And just continue breathing in that way for about 5 or 6 more breath cycles. And do your best as you're breathing in that way to really think about keeping your focus on the breath. So trying not to let your mind wander to other things, focusing in on the sensations that you feel as you breathe a little bit deeper. Noticing the areas of your body that could use a little bit of extra focused attention today in our practice. Inhaling a sense of peace and groundedness. Exhaling anything that's not serving you. And then as you continue to breathe in that ratio 1-to-2, create an intention for your practice today, bringing that into the center of your chest, your heart center, and just breathe into it. A couple more breath cycles. And then sitting up a little bit taller in your chair, just return to a 1-to-1 breath. As you inhale, reach one or both arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. But doing that again, inhale, sweeping the arms up, reaching upward. Exhale, hands to heart center. Go ahead and scoot forward in your chair. So you're seated a little bit more towards the front edge of your chair, and take your feet out a little bit wider. Not super wide, but wider than normal. As you inhale, I want you to reach your right arm up by your ear, and then exhale, take a little side stretch to the left. So you can let the left hand kind of relax on your thigh, or you can reach for your chair leg or side of your chair. We're going to kind of move in and out of this side stretch. So come back to center, breathe in. As you exhale, side stretch again to the left. Good, last time, inhale, back to center. This time, exhale, side stretch, and really reach through your fingertips. So think about keeping the right side of your pelvis on the chair. Big side stretch along that right side of your torso. Avoiding pain, so this is where you're listening to your body. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release that arm down. Same thing, second side. So sit nice and tall. Deep breath in, sweep your left arm up by your ear. Exhale, side stretch to the right. So you're not lifting your butt off the chair. Good, come back to center, breathe in. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side stretch, pause and hold here, really lengthening through the fingertips. So big side stretch here. Heart stays facing forward, stretching out through the side body. Good. Deep breath in this time, both arms reach up for the sky. And then exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Toe heel your feet back in so they're about hips distance apart. And then inhale, come to seated cow pose. Open your chest and shoulders. So tipping your pelvis forward, palms forward. Good, as you exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. We'll do about 6 more cycles of cat and cow. So inhale, sit tall, open up the front body, lift your chin. Seated cow. So you can think about pressing into your feet here, opening the front body. Exhale, pull your belly in, tuck and round. Chin to the chest, seated cat. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow, lengthening upward. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Again, inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good, 2 more times. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. 1 more time. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good. Sit up kind of in between those 2 poses. So neutral spine lengthening upward, and then either grab underneath the back of your thighs or grab your seat pan. So you're anchoring your shoulders down. And then we're just going to start to drop the chin to the chest. Come back up to center, and then lift your chin slightly. Come back to center. Good, drop your chin to your chest. Center, look forward, lift your chin up. And then back to the center. Good, sit tall, breathe in. This time as you exhale, bring your right shoulder towards your right ear towards your right shoulder. Keep your shoulder down. So let your head just kind of go with the force of gravity towards your right shoulder. Kind of lengthening out the side of the neck. And then tip your chin down or up, whatever feels best on your neck today. If you want to just hold that side stretch, you can do that as well. Pause anywhere where it feels extra tight or tense. And then come out of it slowly. Come back to center. Check your posture. Once again, lengthening. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Keeping that right shoulder down. Good. Maybe tip your chin down or up, whatever feels best on the neck today. And then hold and breathe. Good. Slowly coming back to center, taking a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and start to look over your right shoulder. And then we'll move into an easy spine twist. So just look with your eyes, but let the rest of your spine follow. Perhaps bring your left hand on the outside of your right leg. So not forcing too much rotation here, but just kind of warming the spine. Make sure you're looking where you're turning. Look where you turn. Look where you want to go. Good. Slowly come out of it, switch sides. So sit nice and tall, and now start to turn and look to the left. So really try to keep the length in your spine when we rotate here, because that'll help you achieve additional range of motion. So think about rotating from the lowest part of your spine. Good. Nice. Still sitting tall. Beautiful. Good. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. Good. Seated towards the front edge of your chair again. Take those legs out a little bit wider, turning your knees and your toes out to the side. Good. This time we're going to inhale, come up to starfish pose with our arms. So take your fingers nice and wide and just keep your feet where they are. As you exhale, you're going to take your left hand, bring it on the outside of your, or on the top of your right leg, and reach your right arm back. So fingers spread nice and wide, looking at that hand. Good, nice. Good rotation. Good, come back to center. Take those arms out nice and wide, spread your fingers. Spine lengthens. As you exhale, this hand comes to the left thigh. Reach that left arm back, looking at it with your eyes. Twisting from the low belly. Beautiful. Good. Inhale, both arms up, nice and tall. Exhale, come to goalpost arms. So we're going to make a 90-degree bend at the elbows here. I want you to get as far forward towards the edge of your chair as you can, and I want you to start to press into your feet, okay? So you have two choices here. Do you want to make it a little bit more challenging for yourself? I want you to press into your feet and see if you can lift your butt up off your chair. I see some smiles here. So if you want, you can start to lift your butt up off your chair. So that's going to be a little bit more activation through the legs and the core. If you're thinking, no way, you're not doing that today, then just press into your feet and just imagine that you're going to lift your butt up off the chair. So I can still feel some good activation in my legs and my glutes, even if I don't come up off my chair. So don't just sit there. Try to activate your legs a little bit. Good. Tummy is in, chest is lifted. Don't fall on your face. Hold for a breath or two and then sit down. Nice, love it. Okay? Deep breath in, press into your feet or lift your butt up. Pause and breathe. We're going to hold for 3 breath cycles. Pull your tummy in. So inhale and exhale 3 times. Relax into it and then slowly sit back down and don't miss your chair. Good. Let those arms relax. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale, goalpost arms. Good. Exhale, press into your feet. Lift your butt up off your chair. So toes and knees point to the side, belly is in. So you want to have good activation through your low belly. 2 more breaths. Notice the activation in your legs. And then as you exhale, sit your butt down, release your arms. Good, go ahead and turn towards your right wall. We're gonna drop that left knee underneath us here. So left knee is gonna come under the hip. We're gonna do a little stretch through the front of the hip. So right now, knee is bent. Your shoulders and your pelvis are facing the right side of your space. Knee over ankle on that right leg. Good, reach one or both arms up. Lunge. Good. So in order to make this work and to feel a little bit of a stretch, you want to rotate your whole body towards the right wall. So shoulders are over your hips. Your right knee and foot are pointing towards that wall, one or both of your arms up. Good. Now set your hands down on your front thigh there. So we'll take the right thigh as our front thigh. So put your hands down, still nice long posture. So nice and tall. Good. I want you to straighten out your back leg and put your heel down. So if you can't put your heel down, don't worry about it, but try straightening your knee. So however you can straighten your knee. Essentially, you're just going to move that leg back a little bit more, and you should feel more of a stretch through the hip and the thigh on the left leg. Good. From there, one or both of your arms up. Yep. Beautiful. Good. Then as you exhale, put your back heel down, open your arms up, and come into warrior two. Good. So your left toes are facing your camera most likely. Your right toes are facing the right wall. So we didn't do anything with this leg, and we just opened up this back leg and straightened the knee. Arms are at shoulder height. Take a breath in. Remember, we're talking about that spine alignment today. So head and neck over your spine always. As you breathe in, I want you to turn your palms up towards the ceiling. It's going to help you open the chest and shoulders a little bit more. Good. As you exhale, relax your arms down. Pause and breathe. Be in your body. And then slowly toe heel your feet back in. Okay? We're going to kind of bring those feet in right underneath you, so right underneath your hips. Good, and just kind of march out the legs a little bit, maybe point and flex the feet. And you should notice a difference between sides here, right? So you just did quite a bit of stretching and lengthening on the one side, a little bit of activation through the legs. Once you've done that a little bit, scoot back towards the edge of your chair. Toe heel those feet out wide again. So toes turned out, knees turned out. As you breathe in, one more time up to goalpost arms. I know, it's coming back. Good, pause and breathe. Now you're either gonna press into your feet and hover your butt, or you're gonna lift up off your chair and hold. 3 breath cycles. Feel the activation in your legs. Don't pitch yourself forward. Good, 3 breath cycles. Don't hold your breath. Relax your face. Exhale, lower your hips down. Good, release your arms. We're gonna take that left leg, toe heel it out, so those left toes point to the left wall. Right knee is gonna drop underneath your right hip. So think about right here, your knee and hip are relatively in a line, and then check your shoulders and your pelvis. So we're looking to get a hip flexor quad stretch here. So you're gonna think about your pelvis pointing towards the left wall as well as your chest. Once you're in that position, reach one or both of your arms up towards the ceiling. So you should be facing your side wall. So you're facing the left wall of your space. So not only is the front of your hips pointing to that wall, but so is your chest. Okay, pause and breathe. Good, as you exhale, let your arms relax down on your leg. So keep the same leg position, but then do your best to kind of scoot that back knee back. So you're kind of pressing into this leg, straightening your back knee, feeling a little bit more stretch through that right hip flexor. And then really keep your trunk lengthened. So lift your chest up, check your posture. Your shoulders are over your hips and you're looking straight ahead. Once you're in that position, one or both of your arms reach up towards the ceiling. Pause and breathe. Relax your face. Remember, you're doing any little modifications that you might need to if you're feeling like you can't tolerate some of the things that we're doing today. You're just doing your best, doing whatever feels good for your body. Good. As you exhale, let your arms come down. Now I want you to pivot that back heel down. So your toes are now going to face forward. Your left leg stays where it is. Raise your arms up for warrior two. Good. In warrior two, you're going to look over that left hand. Good. Breathe in, turn your palms up towards the sky. Relax your face. Beautiful. As you exhale, release your arms down. Keep your legs where they are. Good. Then toe heel your feet back in so they're hips distance apart. And come to seated mountain pose. So you can kind of rock back from toes to heels a little bit, just kind of reconnect with the ground beneath your feet. And once again, noticing your posture, head and neck over the rest of your spine, shoulders over your hips. Blink your eyes closed just for a moment. Reconnect with that intention that you set for your practice today. So we're going to transition in just a moment to standing. So I want you to just reconnect if your mind or your body kind of started to get away from you a little bit. Just bring it back to your space. Good. And take a cleansing breath here. So inhaling through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. And then when you're ready, open your eyes and go ahead and come up to standing. As you come to standing, if you'd like, your chair can be either to the side of you for balance or you can have it in front of you. So we're going to work through a half sun salutation from standing today. So typically, a lot of times we'll do this in sitting. So just kind of linking movement with breath. So your feet are going to be about hips distance apart. Your palms are forward. This is your standing mountain pose. So very similar to seated mountain. If you want to stay seated, you can. Otherwise, please come to standing. Opening across the chest and shoulders and pulling the belly in. As you inhale, I want you to reach your arms up towards the sky. Look up if that's available to you. As you exhale, you're going to press your hands together at heart center and then bend over your legs. Okay? So when you bend, round your back as much as you need to and bend your knees. If you get lightheaded or dizzy, don't let your head go lower than your heart. If you have good flexibility in your low back, you can reach your fingertips for the floor. Pause and breathe in this forward bend. Good. On your next breath in, you're going to come up halfway with your back. So your back is now going to be flat. So here my back is straight and flat. Here my back is rounded. Okay, so two different positions for your spine. Belly is in. As you exhale, let your back round again. Forward bend. As you come up, you're going to take your time. Press into your feet. Come all the way up. Be mindful if you feel lightheaded. Exhale, hands to heart center. So just pause briefly here. I want you to modify your range of motion depending on how you feel. So if you have a lot of lightheadedness with those transitional movements, then just don't go as far. Okay? As you inhale, reach your arms up. Look up. Exhale, press the hands to heart center, forward fold. Bend over your legs as far as you feel comfortable. Take a breath in, come up halfway. Flat back, belly in. Exhale, forward bend over your legs. Inhale, press into your feet. Come all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, one more time. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, forward bend. Inhale, flat back. Come up halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, press into your feet. Come all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. From here, come back to mountain pose. And depending on where your chair is, let's move the chair so it's in front of you. Okay, so if you have your chair to your side, you're going to move it in front of you and you're going to stand in mountain pose behind the chair. Arms down at your sides. You're going to take a step back with your left foot about 2 or 3 feet and come into our warrior one stance. So you're going to step your foot back. Your hips and your shoulders are still going to face the same wall and your chair back. Okay, so don't turn your body to the side. As you feel ready, I want you to take that front knee and let it bend over your ankle. Back knee is straight. Check your spine alignment again. Remember, you want shoulders over your hips. Good. Then reach one or both arms up. Warrior one. You can use the chair as you need to. If you need a little bit more balance, you can take your feet out wider. Good. Pause and breathe. So if I wanted to have my hands down, I could have them on my chair back. I could also just bring my hands to heart center. My shoulders are getting tired. Good. Pause and breathe. We're going to stay for about 2 more breaths. Gaze is straight ahead. And then we're going to work on a little bit of balancing today. So we're going to do a warrior 3 modification with the chair. So take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to start to shift your weight onto your right foot. Okay, so I have my back toe down on the mat. So traditionally, just pause here with more of your weight on your right foot. Traditionally in warrior 3, you're going to be bending forward, moving in this variety. You don't have to do it yet. Arms are going to be reaching out and forward. So we're going to do a modified warrior 3. So standing on one leg, or attempting, hands are going to come to the chair back. Keep your spine nice and long. You're going to start to hinge forward, and then you can play with picking up that back leg. So a little single leg balance. Notice how your body is going to stay nice and straight. So I'm not kind of falling over my chair. I'm doing my best to really keep that spine aligned and keep my tummy tight. So even if I keep my back leg down, I still have a fair amount of weight on that front foot, and I can just play with lifting my back foot up. Okay? Set your back foot back down, come back to warrior 1. So bend into that front leg. If you don't want to raise your arms up, then hands are at heart center or hold the chair. We're going to do our warrior 3 one more time. Okay? So now you kind of got a feel for it. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to shift your weight onto the right leg. So I might just be right here, and this is fine. Or I might start to come forward a little bit more. Both knees are straight. Little bit of balancing on the front leg. Pause and breathe. 3 more breaths. Belly in. Chest is up. Good. Slowly release that left leg. Come back to mountain pose and kind of pedal out the feet a little bit here. Good. Same couple poses on the second side. So now from mountain pose, palms are forward. Both feet are facing straight ahead. You're going to step that right foot back about 2 or 3 feet, turning your toes slightly out. And then start to bend into that front knee. Warrior 1. So if I really want to utilize my chair, I'm going to have my feet in between the chair legs. Then I can start to bend, and I'm going to have good stability and spacing. Okay, so warrior 1, hands can be at heart center or one or both arms up. So this is just warrior 1. We're not balancing yet. So maybe you are balancing. Pause and breathe. Good. Back knee is straight. And then if you'd like, as you exhale, start to shift your weight onto that left foot, straightening your left knee. Warrior 3 modification. Pause and breathe. If you're lifting that back foot up off the ground, try to flex it. That's going to help you activate a little bit more through the back of your hip. And then when you feel ready, couple more breaths. And then slowly set that foot back down, bend into your front knee, warrior 1. Beautiful. Relax your face. So you can also just do arm positions here too if you're still sitting or if you're taking a break and sitting. Good. We're going to take warrior 3 one more time. So hands to heart center. Shift onto that left foot. Straighten that left knee. A little bit of balancing as you come forward. Belly is in, chest is lifted. Pause and breathe. Good. One more breath. And then slowly release to mountain pose. Paddle out those feet. And let's go ahead and take a seat back in our chair. We're going to do one more hip opening pose since we have lots of activation through the hips. If you have water, go ahead and take a sip if you haven't already. So we're going to do a little bit of seated pigeon today. So that's our seated hip opening figure 4 stretch. So when you're doing a lot of those balancing poses, we want to have activation through and around the pelvis. So we'll take our right leg. If you need a strap or a towel for this to bring your leg up to your thigh, go ahead and grab that. And then you're going to go ahead and set your right leg on top, just above that left knee. And try to let your hip and knee relax out to the side. So this might feel like a stretch already with your back against the chair, your legs supported. Go ahead and maybe point and flex your foot or circle out that ankle a little bit. Good, and then if you're feeling a little bit more flexible through your hips, I want you to come up nice long spine and then just start to hinge slightly forward. And then once you're in that second position with your trunk, you can rotate the ankle or point and flex the foot, just like you did initially. But listen to your body here. This is not a competition with how far you can move your leg. So be kind to yourself. So you should feel a stretch into that glute and that outer hip on that figure 4 leg. You can set your hand on that top of that knee a little bit for some gentle overpressure, not forcing it. Good, and then start to bring your trunk back up. Slowly release that top leg and switch sides. So now we're going to bring the left leg over. So if I feel pretty restricted through my hip, I'm probably going to feel like holding this up, but what I really want you to try to do is relax the knee down. So you might have to really think about breathing into that space around your hip. So in this position, point and flex the foot or circle out the ankle. Good, and then lifting your chest up, go ahead and hinge forward over your leg, kind of relaxing through the head and neck, and relaxing through the hip. And then slowly coming out of it, bringing your trunk back up, letting that leg come down. Good, take a nice deep breath in. This time I want you to just grab onto the bottom of your chair or the chair legs. Pull your shoulder blades together and lift your chin up. One last heart opening posture. So think about broadening across your collarbones, pulling the shoulder blades together. Breathing into that heart center. Just recall that intention that you set for your practice today. Take one more nice deep breath in. As you exhale, release. Let your back be supported by the chair back. And either bring your hands to your belly or to your lap. And just take a comfortable seat in your chair. Take a moment to check in with yourself. Notice how you feel as we come towards the end of our practice today. Taking a moment of gratitude for dedicating this time, for moving your body and self-care. And then I invite you to just put a pause on any mind chatter. Lowering your gaze or closing your eyes. Let the ground and the chair support you for a few moments of rest and recharge.